Last night, Aljamain Sterling got the decision against Henry Cejudo, and Henry's return after 3 years of being away from fighting. And I'd say it was an all right fight to watch. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary, anything too crazy, but I mean, it was what you could have expected with
Close
their
fight.
their styles were very similar.
It was tense.
So yeah, oh yeah, it was very fun to watch still.
It's better than the co-main, which is good. So,
Co-main
you know.
was a bit rough.
Yeah, just for some general stats with this, and also just observations. To me, watching it, it felt like every strike Cejudo threw, Aljo returned with three more, and so that's kind of reflected. Although I guess not really, honestly, actually, with the high impact strikes, Henry landed three more. It was 23-20 with Henry for that. Total
Henry,
strikes, Aljamain 113, Cejudo 93. Uh, And for both fighters, one of the things I keyed in on with this matchup was leg kicks and body kicks, where
mhm.
Henry tended to usually go with leg kicks, as Aljamain was more the body kicks, and that was reflected within this fight. Leg kicks, Henry had 31, Aljamain 23. Body kicks, Aljamain 12, Henry with 6. So with that, if I'm just gonna start going round by round, if because I don't know who you had winning the fight. I had Aljamain.
Mhm. I still like Henry. I mean, it hasn't been 24 hours yet, but it was a very close fight.
Yeah, very
I
close
could have given it
fight.
to Henry.
So I'm gonna go round by round and just give my general thoughts on it.
Mhm. I'll
So
chime in.
yeah, round one, I was pretty confident that Aljamain won this round. He had the more dominant positions in the grappling. Like for example,
Mhm.
when he took the back, as opposed to when Cejudo is just kind of applying neck and head pressure with the headlock that he had him in, because Aljamain kept
That was nice
just
though.
yeah, but what is that doing?
Just holding him. Yeah, he was just trying
It
to control.
yeah, you're
I think
not
he's
getting
proven to
points.
Aljo. I can
You're
control
not.
you though.
That's true, but you're not getting points for
Yeah, no,
defense, and
no.
that's really mostly what it was. Even when Henry got his takedown, his trip takedown, he wasn't doing
Mm.
damage.
That's why I give him the first round though, because he got the takedown though. That was very unexpected to get the takedown in round one against Aljamain. I was like, oh, okay, okay.
Aljamain got a takedown too. Now Henry's
It
takedown was
did.
better, but
Yeah.
Aljamain he threatened the back and uh he landed more volume, I believe, in the first round. Let me check that.
He had more volume every round, it seemed. He really was throwing. He was just
Yeah.
connecting as
Oh
well.
yeah.
His range
Yeah.
was very helpful.
Yeah. Um,
Evident in the fifth round when Henry couldn't touch him.
Round one. Oh geez. 19 for Sterling, 5 for Cejudo.
Yeah, every round, or
So
just besides the fifth round, yeah.
yeah, so round one, Sterling outlands him. I think he gets the better positions on the ground, takes the back.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm gonna go Aljamain 10-9 round one. Now, as for round two, I think Cejudo takes round two. Because first off, the volume disparity, he's only up by two, Sterling, 22-20.
It's pretty even round.
Yeah, pretty even round. I
Yeah.
think Cejudo did more damage. He landed a big high kick, a
Get
big
some
right,
knees thrown in there.
some knees, a big
Yep.
right cross late in the round with 15 seconds to go. Henry landed that. And he was also on pressure a lot. He was pushing Sterling back against the cage.
Yeah, he was sitting in the center, kind of not getting
Yep.
pushed against the cage himself.
Yeah, he did a really good job of dictating the pace and where the fight
Hmm.
took place here in the second round. I think first round, 3 years off, he kind of had to get his footing.
Yeah, I mean, ring rust.
Yeah, so second round, he started to get it going a little more. I think it's 1-1 after two.
This made it very interesting going to the third round. Well, there's a lot of hype and speculation.
Oh
Like,
my
okay, this,
God.
like, who knows what's going to happen now? It was like, wow, we're going into round three here.
It was
I
even
didn't think we'd
odds.
make it out.
I think it was even odds for really the first three
Yeah,
rounds of the
he kept
fight.
switching it pretty much,
Yeah.
flip-flopping.
And then round three, uh, I had Eljo 10-9. This might be controversial as well. You look at the numbers for round three, 27-24.
Hmm.
Eljo outlands him, but still close round. Now, the reason I had Sterling for round three was Cejudo was on the pressure once again, but
Hmm.
Aljo landed a nice wide right hook. He landed a nice elbow. And against the cage, he hooked the leg, got a nice trip halfway throughout the round. And even though he didn't get the back, he did threaten with effective grappling and a pair of nice knees,
He
with
was
one
close too.
landing to the head. It was close,
He
certainly,
was
right?
trying to get it, yeah.
Uh, So once they broke the clinch, and Aljo had the advantage, I felt, in the round with about a minute to go. He shoots for a takedown, right?
Hmm.
And Henry defends it. He sprawls,
He's
and
very good at defending.
that's
Incredible.
true. But for Sterling, this is it. It's a very weird because he can shoot like this with low probability of getting the takedown in the center of the cage. He's not getting
Hmm.
that. But since he's slightly ahead in the round, lands a nice knee, gets some good positional control, shooting for a takedown like that, even though he's not going to get it, all he knows is Henry's just going to sit there and put him in a headlock and apply pressure to his neck, right?
Yeah, like he's been doing the first two rounds. Yeah.
So that's just going to nullify everything, and it's kind of a resting position. So Henry's not getting points, neither is Aljo, but he can kind of sit on the lead at that point. So it's just a stalemate position that can lead to Aljo taking the round. So
Interesting.
Cejudo had to get more ground and pound. That was his downfall in the fight, in my opinion.
He didn't get.
So
He didn't get any. He didn't
no,
get any ground and pound. No, like
no, not at
zero.
all. No.
And
So
he didn't land enough high kicks. Even it was interesting. And you notice Aljamain's little snake charming head move when he was trying to back out of shit.
yeah, that's not a
Love
good
that.
look,
It
but
was interesting.
you know, then round
I
four,
mean, got him out.
yeah, yeah, it worked, I guess, because
Yeah,
I don't agree with that rule. The knees to a grounded opponent. I think you should be able to knee a grounded opponent.
yeah. That's dangerous. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Round
What team are you
four,
on?
Sterling, for me, 10-9. I thought it was,
Yeah, that was the round that like when Henry went back to his corner after this round, they're like, okay, you need to now get
yeah,
a finish
yeah.
or you're done here. You're
This was
losing.
pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
31 to 18
yeah.
in terms of the strikes.
It's like the champ was trying
He
to put it away.
also opened up with massive volume.
Hmm.
Kicks after kicks, leg kick, body kick to start off the round. And then Cejudo, midway through the round, started to get his strikes off a little more, but Sterling built up such a lead early on that he wasn't able to catch up.
No, this was the round though where it got very interesting at the end because in his last 15 seconds, Pseudo got that takedown.
Yeah,
He charged into him and he dropped him right on the canvas. You're like, oh shit. Okay.
and
That's what
then
made it could have swayed it Pseudo's way, but still Aljamain's round though. It was
in
interesting.
fact, I think that was round three. Round three you're talking about. So Cejudo got a takedown at the end of the round, round three.
Hmm. Okay.
But one thing I wrote down for that is when Henry got that takedown very late in the round, you could argue that Aljamain did equal or even more damage when on bottom than Cejudo did on top.
Yeah, they was just starting to throw at each other's heads, just starting to punch.
Yeah.
Last 10 seconds there.
And then obviously round five, pretty straightforward. Cejudo was landing a lot of nice right crosses to the head, to the body. Great takedown with under a minute to go.
Oh yeah,
For
that was his best round.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Although somehow Derek clearly uh gave the round to Aljamain. Very
For
weird.
just running against the cage the whole round. Yeah, that's
Very,
interesting.
very, very
Very
weird.
weird. Yeah, we've seen some terrible judging this year.
Yeah, so I had
Yeah.
Sterling 48-47. It sounds like to me you had Henry 48-47 if you gave him round one or round three if
One
you gave it
one
to
three
Henry.
five. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we disagree in one round, but close fight. I think Aljamain won. It sucks for Henry. I don't know if he's gonna retire at this point, but
Yeah, I mean, I saw Max Holloway wants or someone wants to fight him. Someone saying Max Holloway.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see. I
So
mean, if he's not fighting for gold.
we jump deeper into the strikes here. The jabs for Aljamain, he outlands him 13-4.
Mm.
Straights or crosses. Cejudo actually outlands
Yeah, shoot
him
him more. Yeah.
mainly due to the fifth round. He was landing a bunch in the fifth round. And I wish he would have pivoted to that sooner in the fight.
More hooks too for Cejudo.
Yeah.
Just by a couple.
Oh, yeah. And
No
obviously,
overhands or uppercuts in this fight.
no. They
No,
attempted
not their
some, but it
styles,
didn't land.
clearly.
A couple uppercuts attempted by Henry, I believe it didn't land. Leg kicks. Henry
A
outlands
lot
him
more leg
there.
kicks, yeah. The body
Aljamain.
kicks though, I mean those do more damage.
Yeah, then we had two head kicks for
Mhm.
Henry.
I think if Henry had more head kicks, that is how he took out Dillashaw
Yeah, and
very
Sterling,
quickly.
or not Sterling, and Dominic Cruz. And
Yeah.
you look at this, this is pretty interesting. What we talked about earlier with the ring rust, how about that? this
Yeah.
for Cejudo.
Imagine if he had
Really,
like a warm up fight before Aljamain or something.
yeah. And
Yeah, yeah.
Aljamain, you can see he's constantly building up pretty steadily here, and then he drops off to round five.
hmm he
Cejudo,
knew in round five though he
yeah,
had the decision.
yeah. And obviously for takedowns, Sterling 4 for 17, 23.5%.
That's a lot attempted.
Yeah.
Three for
Cejudo
10 for
3 for
Henry.
10, 30% takedown percentage.
Not
So,
neither guy did really well. That's because they both have really good takedown defense.
oh yeah, hey, it was a pretty
So
high level
yeah,
exchanges they had in the grappling. Cejudo was more efficient, but Sterling landed more takedowns, which is
I
really
mean
all that matters.
the whole night, Aljamain gave me Islam vibes and Henry gave me Volk vibes. I mean that was the it's kind of like that though. Again, you know.
Yeah, it was a tense fight, close fight, a lot of high level grappling
hmm
exchanges. But
Bigger guy, smaller guy.
I've
Bigger
seen
guy
some
won.
I've seen people say Henry won or that it was a robbery. First off, I don't think it's a
Not a
robbery.
robbery.
If
No,
it's a
no,
close fight like that, it's never a robbery. But
no. Like robberies, or there's Patty Pimblett's a robbery. For Jared Gordon, that's a robbery.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
shit like that.
I think Aljamain Sterling won the fight. He won the first round. He won the third round. He won the fourth round. The main issue, the reason why Henry didn't win this fight, because it's a winnable fight for Henry, is that ground and pound was not there.
Yeah, it just wasn't there. You know.
Sterling was able to open these rounds up early with a lot of volume, a lot of leg kicks, body kicks. And then once he got that, even if he just attempted takedowns, and even if he didn't get them, they were working in his favor because they were just stalling positions. So Cejudo would sprawl, and he would hold him there with just neck control, neck pressure. And that was
Yeah, he
it. He
couldn't. Yeah,
wasn't
couldn't do
threatening
anything with
anything,
it.
wasn't landing. And when Sterling got control on the ground, he was threatening submissions, threatening the back. That is why Aljamain Sterling retains. It's a more judge
hmm
friendly style, but he did land more total strikes. He won the fight. Aljamain Sterling retains.
I think it was twice that Aljamain was trying to get Henry's back. He was running out of time too. It was like within the last minute of the round anyway. So we didn't
Yeah,
have enough time to work with it. If you could have got that in the first minute, the whole round of that, would
yeah,
have
but
been a
even
very
when you
different
threatened the
story.
back at the end of the first round, he landed, I believe it was a nice elbow.
He did,
Uh,
yeah.
and he also, yeah, so he also at the end of the round landed some hooks. I forget what round it was. Yeah, so round four, uh, Aljo gets a double leg at the end of the round. And
hmm
even though he doesn't get much control off the double leg, kind of like how I've criticized Cejudo for, he lands two really nice hooks to end the round. So that was really big for Aljamain as well to end the round with significant strikes.
Yeah, it was a good fight. I'll give it that. Definitely better than the co-main. A
Yeah,
lot better.
yeah, I agree.